Okay, so it's a new qualification, fighting for a spot at the World Cup in Brazil in 2027. So first, how will it be getting started on this new journey?
Yeah, it's an exciting start. For us, the autumn was a good period to reflect after the championships, and really we made some good progress last year. But it's not about resting on that progress. It's about getting into this new campaign with good energy. And as a team, we want to be more consistent. We want to build on the progress we made. So we have some really high standards to set, and the World Cup campaign is really exciting.
How do you evaluate the group Norway has ended in, and what key challenges do you see in the different opponents?
Yeah, we have such a clear challenge in terms of finishing top is the goal for the team to qualify. Of course, Germany being in the Nations League final last year, and obviously their success at the championships last summer. We know the history, and we know they're a great team. The same with Austria. They're a tough competition for us, and you add Slovenia into that. It's never about taking anything for granted. Each team will offer us a different challenge. And that's the challenge for us. It's the consistency that we have to bring every game. So if we play Germany, Slovenia and Austria, I expect to see us playing at our level, and that will always be the measure for us.
What will be the most important steps to get off to a good start in the qualification?
Yeah, we start with the away game in Austria, so the lead into that game is a little bit longer for us. It's longer than we've had before, so I expect us to be fully prepared. I also expect the same from Austria. So really focusing on that preparation to get the group back together. We haven't been together now for some time. They've been in clubs, some really exciting performances in the clubs, some good moves for the players. So to get them back as a group is a big focus, and make sure that we're prepared for that first game in Austria, which is the start of the challenge for us.
Which qualities do you believe the team needs to improve in order to succeed in this qualification?
Yeah, we have to build on the progress from last year and the summer. So from an out of possession perspective, in the autumn we were very good. We conceded the 1 goal across the 3 games, which is a good target set. Of course, we have to build on those foundations. And then in possession, we played some top opposition in the autumn. We want to be better with the ball always. We want to develop the phases. Of course, the autumn we were very good in transition, but actually we want to develop more in the create and finish phase. We want to look at how we have the ball more, of course, to control the game. So taking a look at the phases and that consistency that we have in them is always going to be how we take next steps. It's a balance as well. We had some great players come into the squad. I think the competition in the team now is the highest. So for us to progress as a team, we have to focus on finding the balance of that competition and making sure players can perform when we are in this campaign.
You said something about it. You want to finish first in this group and go directly to the World Cup. That's the level of ambition for this qualification?
Yeah, it has to be. We really want to focus on that progress, and we can't rest on. Last year was a good year. We had some positives. We had some areas we wanted to develop, and we have to take the next step now. So to be consistent against every team we play, and of course that's a challenge, but that has to be the goal for us. We have to set that vision because that's the team that will help us to take the next steps we need to take.
What have been the most important criteria for selecting the squad for the first qualification matches?
Yeah, the criteria for the squad is it developed from the championships last summer. We've seen players come into the squad. That is always how it is normally after a championships. You'll have players who move out of the squad. Some players will retire, and that's happened naturally. So we've seen some of our younger players from the under-23s step up into the team, which is great. We've got such an exciting group of younger players who are pushing through. So the squad is now developed from last year. I expect it to continue to do that. Every player in the team and understanding that competitiveness in every position is so important for the group as a whole, and obviously how we manage that to make sure we get the best out of the team.